Yo guys, it's Kid with the Fiat, and today I am doing a comparison between the stock intake and an aftermarket intake. And this aftermarket intake is from 500 Madness, and it's called the Sela short ram air intake. I'm going to run down some of the differences, and if you have an Abarth, is it worth it to buy one of these intakes? That's what I'm going to be telling you guys today. Alright, so first, this is your stock intake. Doesn't look fancy or anything like that. It's just black, doesn't look that good or anything. And when you drive this car stock, you notice something that's you kind of wish more as a car enthusiast, and the blow-off valve is almost impossible to hear with this stock intake. Whereas with this aftermarket intake, you get an extremely loud, like the whole like the whoosh and all that stuff, the spooling up, and that's what I really like about it so far. And this intake cost me $180, and unfortunately, you know, some people say you get performance gains with intakes, but I personally, I haven't put it on a dyno or anything, but just from driving it, I can't tell any performance boost or anything like that. But I think the $180 is well spent, and if you do have an Abarth, I recommend switching out for one of these intakes, and there's a couple reasons why. And one of the main reasons, this is if I had to sum it up with one thing, is the driving experience is enhanced a lot. Not through performance, but through sound. The Abarth already has an amazing sound from the factory, but that's from the exhaust, and you don't really hear a lot of engine noise, and you don't get to hear the blow off, even though the car is turbocharged. It's a pretty small turbo. But when you put in this short ram air intake, it completely changes it. This car, you can hear all the spooling, the blow-off's extremely loud. It's like the perfect amount. It's not too loud where you're going to be annoyed by it, but as a car enthusiast, I think it fits it perfectly. Whereas the stock intake, it's really bad in my opinion. You don't hear any blow-off, no spooling, nothing that you would hear from what you think is a turbocharged car. Whereas now, as I drive it, people that are alongside me know this car's turbocharged whenever I step on it, because you can hear the spooling, and the blow-off's pretty loud. So for $180, and this intake's an amazing intake. Like I said, short ram air intake, 15-minute install. Yeah, it took me about 15 minutes. It was kind of annoying just because the engine space you get to work on, as Abarth owners know, is ridiculously small, and I had to get my hands in some pretty small areas. But yeah, other than that, the install was fairly simple. 500 Madness, like I said, they're a great company. They sell a bunch of accessories for this car, and there's some other websites like Road Race Motorsports which might have similar products. But I really like this Sela intake, and also including, I said there was two reasons for why this intake's so good, is not just the sound but the look. When you pop the hood, what looks better, just some factory black intake that doesn't have any character, or this bright red, you can see the filter and everything? I feel like it just fits the car. It almost looks like that's how it should be from the factory. So Sela and I believe it's BMC, they're the makers of the filter. They did an outstanding job for this car. The fitment and everything looks right. And so if any of you guys have a Fiat Abarth and you were thinking about getting an intake, I recommend this one. There's some more expensive options, but at the end of the day, intakes don't add much performance, and it's more for that sound, and if you're a show car when you pop the hood. So yeah guys, Kid with the Fiat. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're an Abarth owner, go check out Sela Concepts. They make some pretty good intakes for the Abarth, and catch you guys next time.